Hello and welcome back to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 12, Week 4. Last time, in Rosh Ryders versus Lanaya Del Rey, pvcpipe picked Healy's Void. He's never going to do that again.
That's
Hopefully.
true.
Radiant team ban.
Unless
Starting off with a Marana ban.
they win game 1 next week and want to throw game 2 to continue 1-1-ing. Then they'll pick Void again.
Now, see, what's going to happen here is he's going to pick Void on Healy's again, and it's just he's going to go like 30-0, going to have the best Chronos, just complete prank.
Ban is looking a little familiar to start with.
Sure is. Don't worry, it is a different replay. Look, we even got Godlike
Right.
Matt in.
We got Pudge ban again. Are you sure about that?
Ooh, we do have guys like Matt.
Oh, you're right, actually.
So it was a stand-in mid. See, I knew it.
Viper ban. Okay, well, very, very clearly they have somebody that's either directly countered by that or has some synergy they don't want to see used.
Disruptor.
Yep, first pick Disruptor. One of the safest picks you can really go for these days.
That, or they're just going to be thinking about their passes. Nothing
Indeed.
sucks more in your life than being a hero based on your passive around Viper.
Yep.
Being PA around Viper is just misery. You lose your crit, you lose your dodge, you don't really have anything left but throwing a crappy little dagger and a short-range blink. Weaver first pick. That has to be a pause 4 or 5, right?
Presumably, yeah.
I know
But it
Rosh
is Rosh
Ryders is all about making those wacky play options here, but I feel like Lanaya Del Rey might have already done a bit of research into these guys, might really know what their gimmick is. Because Lanaya Del Rey definitely picked a very ambitious team, but it worked out very well for them.
Oh yeah, I would be surprised if
Ooh.
anybody hadn't figured out Rosh Ryders' game at this point, to be honest with you.
I'm going to be real in this match. Grimstroke has some potential with just about anybody if he's played right. I mean, just Inkswell alone, it's been nerfed a couple times now, but Inkswell is definitely one of his deadlier abilities when utilized correctly, and Weaver can drop the bomb on you at any point.
Yeah, this might be Weaver Grim at top for them.
No. I don't think
Very, very hopeful lane, but you effectively can't run from the stun.
Yeah, Weaver
It's a good
Grimstroke
setup.
is really nasty. That Inkswell on
Bloodseeker.
I've talked
Ooh.
before about the Dow of Inkswell, right? It's a lot more to go from 0 to 1 than 1 to 2. Well, Weaver, he has 0, right? Weaver has 0. You put the Inkswell on him, that turns into a 1. Now he has 1 stun. And that's his one weakness, is not having a stun.
so. Yeah. Probably pick something more classical to go with the Grimstroke. Centaur.
Honestly, if they had Bloodseeker Grimstroke, that's an equally more dangerous combo.
It's a shame the Bloodseeker's on their side. Or against their side, I guess.
Yeah, Grimstroke Bloodseeker is one of the favorite things I like seeing because you tether two people together, they can't really run very much. It's just the idea that they're both hit with Rupture at the same time really screws with them. Speaking of screwing with people, OD seems to have been banned pretty quickly there.
Yeah,
Not
that
sure what
Hollywood
they're-
OD.
Not sure if they're just looking to prevent Bloodseeker from getting cock blocked or not, but I definitely sense that there's something bigger in their options for picking. It might be something like an Abaddon, it could be Ursa himself, maybe even something along the lines of Lifestealer. You never know.
Getting rid of the Nature's Prophet there on the Rosh Riders, just don't want to run that one back again.
I can see why.
The Monkey King banned out on Lanaya. We've seen Monkey King on Rosh Riders so far?
Don't know.
I guess it could be on like Moon's roster. I would be really surprised if Healy's is going to be running Monkey King. No Ursa either. If Lanaya Del Rey wants to be the ultimate troll, they could run Puzzle and Bloodseeker.
True.
That's how you troll the trolls.
Radiant team ban.
No Puck. Puck right off with that.
0 puck in this game.
Hey, you know, we've got 4 supports on the floor so far. If we're assuming Weaver 4, right? You know what that means, don't you?
10 seconds
No
I'm
ogre!
remaining.
There's support, to be honest.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, I was kind of
Radiant
assuming
pick.
like a Bloodseeker 4 there in my mind.
Bloodseeker mid or something.
Yeah,
Or
probably too.
also 2 or 3.
I guess we could still see that ogre then. Damn it, I spoke too soon. I was just so excited because I saw 4 picks and I was like, hey, no ogre! I didn't even consider what those 4 picks were, just that they weren't ogre. I was so excited.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, I just realized what could be a really gross combo with Grimstroke here. Oh, we're gonna see it. Nope, it's a Centaur though. They have a very speed option team here between Weaver and Centaur. They got lots of ability to just get in or get out. I'm getting a bit of a flashback to that one match where they had a Centaur in their team, and no matter what the enemy team did, they just couldn't catch up to their prey and snatch it.
10 seconds remaining.
Man, Centaur and
2 super
Grim.
good combos with the E.
5
I don't know
seconds
what it is they're thinking running Centaur against Bloodseeker, though. It seems like a very self-defeating purpose, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would pick the Centaur against the Seeker here. To be honest with you, I think if you want,
It's very
a,
easy to accidentally kill your teammates if you happen to be in the middle of your Magnus.
Ooh, okay, Mag.
Radiant
Oh, that's going to be
team
really annoying, getting ruptured and then horn tossed and skewered.
And the PA.
Yeah, that's just an
Oh.
insta-kill.
They took advantage of the Viper ban. They took PA for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Alright.
It seems like they have a bit of a holdup in their pick line over there. They're kind of thinking this over again. I believe that PA pick might have been something they were intending to get.
it's a very interesting thing here. The use of an enemy team's bans against them is always a fun concept. People generally are not thinking about their own bans so much whenever they're considering what heroes are like going to be valid in the pool, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
I like playing that against people whenever I see certain heroes banned that I wanted to play, but they inadvertently ended up banning one of the most crucial natural counter picks to something else that would really benefit the team. I just jump right in.
Right. Yeah, I think
It's very clear that they want to ban something that it's very obvious they don't want to play against it. Well, what would counter that guy? Ooh. Earthshaker. Interesting
Shaker's gonna get there
choice.
first.
Very interesting choice here. I think I see what they're going for. They're looking to corner the enemy team. Use Centaur and Weaver's speed to get the gap close in. Earthshaker walls them off and follows up with a big ult. It could really play in their favor.
Notably,
it's-
though, so far, literally nobody has anything to interact with Grimstroke's ult, unfortunately.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
well, I don't know about that, actually. They do have Centaur's double edge, which can be really brutal if it's doubled up on. But I will say that on the topic of Centaur and Weaver, just those two, Bloodseeker and Disruptor counter everything they bring to the table, just about.
Yeah, they really, I feel like Rosh
Two
Ryders...
wide AoE silences on top of the ability to deny escape.
The funny thing is, when I was talking about this story that this game would have in the pre-show last week, one of the things I was saying is Rosh Ryders looking to potentially end their 1-to-1 streak here. So far, to be honest with you, this is looking like they might be ending it the other way, not the way they perhaps would like to go
5
out.
seconds remaining.
Potentially. Never know.
It is all about the execution. A theoretically worth lineup on paper could have amazing execution, and Rosh Ryders has surprised us with that execution factor before. But they got a big mountain to climb. They got a real big mountain to climb here.
Now I'm looking over here at these two team comps, and we're in the last round of bans, and I gotta say, Storm being gone
Dire team
might actually end up biting Naya Del Rey, because I feel like Storm 2 would be great to deal with Centaur and Weaver.
It's likely they're either sending Bloodseeker or Magnus mid, though.
We're also seeing
Yeah.
a Hoodwink ban, and what's the last two bans gonna be?
It's probably likely 4
10
for
seconds
Lanaya here.
remaining. Radiant
And,
team ban.
I'm going to assume 2 for Rosh Ryders. They don't really have... I mean, they have Weaver. Weaver can too. It's not the most ideal position for him, but he can.
Ember Spirit ban, and last ban is going over to Rosh
10
Ryders.
seconds remaining.
I can only really imagine what's going to be, but I have to say that we are looking at what could potentially be a game changer here, because note
Dire
something
team
that Yep, here we go. The Neeks band. Here we go for the last pick. Gotta say, they might need something range because they have 3 melee heroes in their team over on Lanaya.
Yeah, all their cores are melee. Who we got? Dark Willow. Well, you want to talk about a ranged hero.
Definitely has some
And
range, yeah.
more anti-escape.
Not only a ranged hero that's very good in the, basically in the category of letting your melee heroes close on enemy range. And, you know, if you think about it, really, so far, only, as far as the cores go, only potentially Weaver, if he's being played core here himself.
Indeed. Weaver's particularly not fond of dealing with Willow because, despite being invisible, she can just drop her fear bomb on top of his head and make him run a mile away.
Yep.
Right.
Now, further note is that Willow brings several really, really unique and crucial things to the table to dealing with all of those heroes currently. She has a fantastic ability of self-preservation with her little shade shift thing. She's got incredible single-person kill potential with her ult. Fear Bomb doesn't even need explaining. Can turn their own speed against them if they decide to start a fight, can just make them go away. And if they try to actually take a proper escape from a fight, you've got Brambles.
Oh,
if
by
you
the
get sent
way,
through that, it's over.
By the way, Fear Bomb, another thing that counters into Rupture. Rupture and Fear Bomb, you're dead.
Yep. You just run
Yep.
away. Hey.
Terror Blade!
Your hero.
Ooh.
Is it going to
Oh,
swap health
no.
with 2 different people?
Oh, if that were... I don't know. How does it
Doesn't-
even...
It's like strange, the interaction with Sunder. It's like Terrorblade
What the hell?
receives
Weaver is like
the health of the person he
StarCraft
clicked on,
Roach.
and then like the second person swaps with the primary target or something.
That
Something's
is
weird
weird.
like that.
It's 2 Bloodseeker, 3 Magnus. On the other hand, we got a 1 Earthshaker.
I know it doesn't work in the way you'd expect it to. I guess we'll see in this game.
1 Earthshaker, 2 Terrorblade. That PA like helmet really does not look like it goes with the rest of the skin. Maybe it does, but it certainly doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good look for me. Have to say, we have a pretty intimidating lineup on both sides.
Yep.
I like the reconstructed Magnus here.
Yeah.
We can rebuild him stronger, better. Terrorblade.
Centaur's just sliding in the background.
Yeah, he is.
He sure is.
He's got Heelys.
He has Heelys. Yeah, Heelys spreading the love, spreading his item of choice of the team. So
Alright.
Godlike Matt has replaced LDR Stand-in as the mid.
Yep. He's back from whatever he was
Prepare
doing.
for battle.
Yep. It's funny, LDR seems to have quite a frequent stand-in roster. I think they've had the most stand-ins of anybody in the league so far.
Maybe. Certainly feels like it.
Gotta say, all's looking real tense. You can really feel the desire to get very early picks on both teams' rosters. Their heroes are just built for it. From Terrorblade to Earthshaker and PA to Disruptor, it is a really kill-thirsty team.
Right. LDR is a team that, so far in the tournament, has not really seen terribly
30
much in the way of
seconds to battle.
success. Has seen a lot of unfortunate incidents, like having to play a tournament having to play a set without their captain, for example, right?
Of course.
Started out very rough for them. The Rosh Ryders are the funny clowns, don't get me wrong, right? I mean, just look how funny this is. Is this Moon
Yeah,
going
it's
to be
pretty
pause
funny.
1?
Seems that way.
What exactly are we going to be doing here? It's kind of hard to see.
Man, I can't get over the fact that Weaver really does look like a... Oh, no. Oh, no,
PvC
dude.
pipe,
Oh,
big
he's
trouble
doomed.
here.
Yeah.
Yep, going down
Really
to the
overconfident.
the Bloodseeker circle there. Got like
luck,
The
That was
question
fun.
of mortality was answered in but a second.
Heelys is going to be the mid this game. All right. have the mid Earthshaker against Bloodseeker, which is probably, I guess, for the best, because he's the one person Bloodseeker doesn't really nominally counter in any way.
Yep.
Yeah, not to mention you can use Enchant Totem to pretty easily secure last hits that Bloodseeker can't hope to deny.
Aside from that, looks like lanes are about what you would expect. Nobody
Grimstroke
else.
Terrorblade, not a lane I would have thought of, but Grimstroke does have really strong lane harass power, and between Terrorblade having the ability to fight and fend for himself, it's pretty hard to hope to push in against that, but
Yep,
it
they are
can't
very,
really help the fact that they're against a Willow, though.
they are very good defensively, but unfortunately they really don't have much offensive capability, which means that Willow is going to be doing a lot of harassing them in this lane, and they're not going to be able to do that much about it, unfortunately, for them. It's funny, you know, this is the one person on this team, really, who can't make... I mean, I guess Earthshaker really can't either, but at least Earthshaker is going to be in that sort of position more. The one person who really can't use that Inkswell, whereas both of these guys at top actually could. We were better than Centaur, I think. Classic
Grimstroke is really sizing up his attempt to take Willow here. Might actually get it.
Yeah,
Willow's
really,
illusion is really
just-
beating her.
Oof. Willow barely able
Yeah.
to survive with a Fairy Fire there.
Yeah, no, as a note, it is really easy to underestimate Willow's right-click damage because she actually has one of the quickest base attack times in the game. I think it's actually the fastest, I want to say, tied with Oracle. And any amount of attack
They,
speed on her is insanely effective.
Somebody actually goes in the comments section every time you mention Oracle's BAT to let us know that they changed that a while back and he no longer has that.
Really? I'd never heard about that.
Well, now you know.
I guess it's just Willow being special now.
Oh,
Oh,
man, Grimstroke
God.
just getting
Absolutely
annihilated.
ruthless.
I gotta say, on paper at the very least, I think I like this Magnus and Willow lane a lot more than I like this Grimstroke and Terra lane. You know, on one hand, it's
I feel like Grimstroke is good for getting that harassing, but he can't defend himself.
right. He can't defend himself, and he's not too great at defending the Terrorblade either.
Yeah,
Not
this is
a
why
lot of,
if I were laning with the Terrorblade, I'd be leveling the little Silence Ghost first and put a single point in Stroke of Fate for a little bit of harass with the creeps around, and then just max into Inkswell.
Yeah, I personally, I'm not a Grimstroke player. I would just, I think I would just completely ixnay Inkswell because I don't think I would have realistically, maybe one level. I just
No.
don't feel like I would
Yeah,
ever be getting anybody with it.
I would say don't use it on yourself. Try to work with your lane mate, especially because you have a mate who has illusions. You can drop the Inkswell on the illusion, just have it walk forward and be a complete bomb.
Right. Problem is that even then, Terrorblade still doesn't really have much avenue to take advantage of that, which is just kind of unfortunate.
You don't really have to. As Terrorblade, all you really want to do is get farm and focus on almost nothing else in the early game. You can just
Right.
use the illusion to just completely just push your enemy out of lane, just pressure them with your buddy's abilities, namely Grimstroke's Inkswell. And if you're being hit by Grimstroke's Ghost, and you're also being right-clicked by a Terror Illusion, you're going to be taking a lot of damage really quickly.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oof. Pour one out for that courier.
Yep, the first courier of the game got down. Weaver actually slapped an observer ward right down here just to watch couriers.
Wow.
Would it be kind of
yeah.
funny if they added a first blood for courier specifically? Courier first blood dies for 60 gold. You can see it.
That would be funny.
Oh man.
Our bow,
Ah.
actually, yep.
You see, this is what I mean by taking that level 1 at Ghost.
Nice use of the fog there to not get hit with the cool attack.
Oh, the courier. They're gonna notice it? No, there's
Magnus actually let himself get a
He's gonna
little
try-
out of position
Oh no.
Yep.
He doesn't have anything to hit him with. Come on, do it. I know you've got inks. Come on.
there.
Oh.
He wanted the double. That is the most literal interpretation of bowling at 7-10 split going right down the middle I've ever seen. Had two options there. And as we always say, if you chase two rabbits, you'll lose them both.
You know, it's funny. I've heard a different version of that saying, and it goes, you chase two rabbits and the tastier one always gets away.
That's true. Bloodseeker actually taking out
Ouch.
Earthshaker at mid while
I
Grimstroke goes down.
don't know what Grimstroke is thinking
Radiant's
right
middle
there.
tower is under attack.
I was a bit overly ambitious looking to deny those two jungle creeps. Got completely just separated from Terrorblade. Couldn't even help him if he tried.
Right. Yeah, Terrorblade really just doesn't have a kit to do anything about it anyway.
However, his lasted denies are fantastic.
That's true. Yep. Terrorblade has been able to farm quite handily here as
Despite
basically-
Grimstroke being bullied to death, it's doing real good for him.
as basically the entire focus of the off lane so far has just been knocking down Grimstroke. They're really thinking, very conscious of that Grimstroke. Man, this is not ever ideal thing to see. Bloodseeker wall into 7, Shaker only just at 6. Very far down from him. Bloodseeker has 11 denies. BA might actually be in a lot of trouble here.
Right.
She's on her own. Her buddy isn't anywhere near her. She's got the roach on her. Is it gonna kill her?
She had a
No.
full magic
Ooh,
wand.
okay.
Oh no,
She's
this is too
still-
much.
Oh my god, 20
All right.
HP. Goodbye, Hollywood Weaver.
I'm gonna
getting
tell you right
knocked
now,
out by the disruptor.
that survival is entirely credited to that ring of health.
Yep.
Death at my hands is an honor.
You didn't kill
First
anybody.
through level 6.
And goodbye.
Oh,
that was
Oh, I should have gone for
Yep.
the A-click. Oh.
That was a very brave attempt at a turnaround there. Weaver's showing up to try and get something done here. Both the supports actually showing up to get something done, but it's never really going to happen, I don't think, unless Bloodseeker really lets it happen to him, though.
Grimstroke's gone to mid to do a bit of harass, soak a bit of EXP, play a bit of catch-up maybe. It's a very, very, I'm not going to say hopeless, but definitely a grueling start to this match.
For sure. Got a broom handle on the Magnus.
Sure do.
Gotta say, Lanaya, 2 games in a row so far, has been getting really good luck with jungle items and heroes that want stuff off them.
Oh yeah. The fortune favors the Lanaya Del Rey.
Willow's a little bit out of position here, but it doesn't look like they have the ability to chase her down very well.
Yep. Willow has such a great ability to just completely inert the Inkswell. Just can completely knock it out. Though Disruptor actually did get jumped behind the line here and smashed to bits.
Oh, yeah, Courier with a piece of the Battle Fury gets killed. That is rather unfortunate.
Weaver's not actually rushing Eggs. Weaver's actually rushing Solar Crest, which is a lot more interesting. I just missed a kill at mid, getting kicked out the desk.
Alright, we got 3 people mid here. This is getting a little ambitious. They really want to go for this Grimstroke, it looks like.
Yep. Bloodseeker is out of mana, so I doubt anything's going to come of this.
Yeah, actually, speaking of, no, Disruptor is going top, it looks like. Oh, he picked a good time to show up. He picked a great time to show up, actually. He's gonna get that courier? Yep.
There it goes. Finally got one in response. That's 3 couriers who have died at the top lane so far.
Oh,
Healy's
our
looking to make
Shakers finally
back-
showed up.
Looking to make some of that
I don't
heartache
think they have
back
vision
up.
on him.
Radiant structures are
Yeah, I do not believe they know
Yay.
he's here. Well, they certainly do now.
They're just here to take the tower, I think. Oh, Glimpse is already out. He's
Alright.
gonna TP to safety, and they're just gonna take this tower with no combat.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Wow.
Alright, small concession there.
The Dire top T1 going down. The Dire safe lane T1 first to fall. Absolutely crazy. Can you empower me? I'm Joe Woo.
Jalua.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That crappy little illusion getting crits on PA.
Yeah, they're crappy to start with, but you max that ability, and they hit pretty damn hard. Ooh, Rupture's out! Right on Weaver.
Rupture is late,
Oh,
though.
Echo Slam. It's gonna be enough to kill Bloodseeker.
Yep.
Yep. Rupture was super late, unfortunately.
Magnus showed up, but he doesn't have mana to ult.
He does now. Mana Boots popped on him,
Yeah.
but he just doesn't want to get anybody here.
I feel like it'd be worth it
Bloodseeker's
to
back.
drop it here. Earthshaker's already dropped Echo. They need to go for this. They need to keep this advantage.
Bloodseeker having trouble right-clicking the ghost on him, which is understandable. I have that issue sometimes. That hitbox is tiny. Everybody tips him now.
Sad.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
tragic.
if you ever have to click the ghost off you at any point, you're in the middle of a big group of creeps, or God forbid, like Brewmother's spiderlings or PL illusions. Yeah, good luck. Everyone I think has that problem with Grimstroke Ghost.
More jungle items down here. Was a good start to a turnaround. You know, the road to no longer being 0 and 8, right? Very good start for a turnaround by the Rosh Ryders in that last fight. Still looking for more at mid here.
Is under attack.
Dark Willow hiding in the bramble maze. Everybody just having to leave.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Really aggressive dive from Weaver.
Yeah, but he just hits R right out of there. But he's
Ooh, caught
Oh,
PA
boy.
out. Bloodseeker uses Rupture. Oh.
we got a Centaur ult here.
Dead.
Oh.
Yep.
1-for-1 trade so far. Bloody fight. Terrorblade is ulted. He is pissed.
Is under attack.
He doesn't even care about Willow. Might care
Well,
about the
perhaps he,
Bloodseeker.
he should.
Sunder, yes! You gotta fight this, man. You're all alone. You're too far to run.
Dire's
You gotta turn around and fight this.
Nobody
He
went.
can run,
Wow.
actually.
Maybe not.
Yeah, everybody got super worked by the Centaur. Just his mere appearance made everybody run, even though he doesn't have Stomp and all he's got is a level 1 double edge. That was a fantastic bluff by Ghouls there.
I feel like they still could have taken that. If Terrorblade's ult is nothing to see. What level is it? Is it level 1? 3? 3. I feel like they could have done something with that if they'd actually gone in there and just played that advantage of the bluff a little bit longer. They could have gotten maybe 1 kill. I don't know, actually. Now that I think about it, Magnus did, I think, have his ult ready.
Yeah.
Caster's note: Metamorphosis is not terribly ult, though it kind of feels like it, doesn't it?
It should be. Honestly, if they're going to do another weird, like, hero ability reshuffling, I feel like Metamorphosis needs to be up there. Hitting that thing level 1 is real
I
nasty.
think having Sunder in lane would be too broken, to be honest.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, they would have to do something to it that would make it so useless it would not be worth using in lane to make it balanced, basically, which is an unfortunate
Make
situation.
it a shard.
Yeah.
Make it a
Is
shard.
under attack.
Make it a shovel.
I really have to say on the topic of shard, I find the disparity between that's 2 shovel drops back to back. That was strange. The disparity between like the level of usefulness from certain shards is very strange. Like on some heroes, shard gives you like 2 seconds longer stun on an ability, and it makes it like 2 seconds slow, which makes it kind of useless or something. You know, it's really like underwhelming stuff. And then there's stuff like gives you a whole new ability that completely changes the function of your hero.
A shard 1 TI this year. Just remember that.
Yeah, Magnus's horn toss.
Yeah, it is a very interesting thing. I do think that is like a balance consideration. Like some shards are deliberately balanced to be less than useful, so when you get it from Roche, it's not as good for them, basically. It's an interesting little thing. It's an interesting part of the new Roche dynamic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's
Yeah,
see if
there's
Hassel
actually one
carries.
really underwhelming axe I can think of is Rubik's telekinesis toss. It's not always. I mean, you can use it to save people in certain situations, but it's just compared to what every other hero typically gets. Like, for example, Treants is pretty useful. Hoodwinks is very annoying to play against.
By the way, in light there was a very good dodge by Weaver of the
Yep.
Magnus.
Indeed.
Just barely got out of there. in time.
Speaking of dodge,
Dire's
how's
bottom
PA
tower
doing
is
for
under
items?
attack.
Got a Battle Fury. Doesn't have much else yet.
Well,
fact,
Valkyrie's
you
going to
can
let her
say
get that
anything.
farm. It's going to let her deal a little bit with Terrorblade Disillusions, but at the moment,
Terrorblade is
not-
also
not
farming up
much.
pretty well himself. He's been basically untouched to top for quite a while now.
And how about Bloodseeker? He's a bit high up there in the farm table. He's got a Maelstrom.
Going
way to
right for that
BKB.
BKB, yeah.
Radiant are scared.
Don't blame him. Between Grimstroke and especially Centaur and Earthshaker, he is going to need it.
Right, yeah. If nothing else, the Earthshaker pick against the Bloodseeker is,
What?
Oh boy.
Ryding, my man, are you
that
Alright.
wasn't what I thought it was it? Wait, just,
Oh, I saw a clip of this actually the other day.
check
Didn't
this
realize
once
it was in
again.
this game.
Yeah, that was,
blink
yeah, the blink came out the courier 1 second later. Oh, that's so sad.
It
Oh,
happens,
that's
dude,
so
you know?
messed up. Wow. Pause!
What is this? What's VM pause?
Oh, Earthshaker pause. He paused.
I whiffed
VM is
echo, I
pause.
must pause.
I
I
legitimately
have to
need a
go cry.
drink after seeing that.
Hold on, pause the reason I have to go cry.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pause the reason I have to, I have
Okay, you
to
know
find
what?
a new purpose in life.
I legitimately need a drink after that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
Give
fortified.
me a drink, bartender.
Alright, here we fucking go.
Hollywood. Just bashing the Magnus here. Just had to dash off, actually.
Yep.
The, oh, well, there he goes.
That is a wasted rupture.
Good grief, good
Yeah.
grief, and good
Oh.
grief. What's he doing? Why is he losing HP? He's just walking around the fountain just for fun, I guess.
Oh,
Dire's
why not?
bottom tower is under attack.
Boost up those Bloodseeker hero stats, maybe he's got him on his fantasy team.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. God like Matt's on my fantasy team. Shoutouts to God like Matt.
Yeah. Bit of posturing here. It's like
Everybody looking. Everybody wants to take a bite out of Centaur.
They would like a more appealing target, which is why they're kind of hesitating right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all the more appealing targets somebody else actually had to take a second smoke there just to buy themselves more time.
Yep.
They found a more appealing target here, I think.
Dire's top tower is under
They
attack.
missed that more appealing target too.
Managed to dodge the Magnus, but still gets caught by the stun. Not gonna be able to follow up on anything though.
It's,
Smoke right under vision?
Radiant's bottom
yeah,
tower
that was
is under
interesting.
attack.
Wrong key, maybe? Just gonna eat
Oh,
Disruptor
boy.
here. That was a good dodge of the Fear Bomb there. Actually ended up
Yep.
getting nobody at all.
Yeah, you have to expect that when you're going in for fights, when you're up against Willow. She can throw that from a long distance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
Oh man, Echo Slam!
But it's worth it. They're gonna get Bloodseeker. No!
They're gonna
Oh
get
my
nothing.
god, RP!
They are. He tossed him out of the Bloodseeker silence, so that wasn't so good. Charged them out of the Bloodseeker silence, rather. It seems like it's going to be more or less okay, though. Bloodseeker actually really low, actually going down for it.
That was quite the well-timed RP, huh?
It was a Magnus. That's 2 for 2, man. What? That is 2 times in one fight that Magnus charged his teammate out of something. That is unfortunate. My Magnus griefing. And that very good RP, at least. Putting a lot. It's taking so much to kill this Centaur here.
Radiant's bottom tower
Though
is
PA
under
is coming in to get the honors herself.
To a sacred target.
Looks like we are going to see a Magnus Shard this game, so at least there's that. Oh boy.
We're also going to see PA just very casually die here, I think.
Yeah, she's
Oh!
Oh my.
Very
Magnus
clutch,
coming in
very
last
clutch,
second.
But means she needs to keep moving. She cannot keep. Okay. She can't keep herself in range of that Fisher. Oh
Six
no.
plays,
And then
actually.
Weaver just gonna get completely eaten by the Willow here as a result. Comes around for the
But
fear
they
bomb
will
and just
get a-
dies.
They will get a bit of return on this though, but that
But
is a streak to
probably
Earthshaker.
Probably the most interesting thing they got besides the streak to Earthshaker is they got a tower. They got a very casual, free, easy T2 there. Moon just
It went to all that credit went to Terribly, and his farm is escalating.
Is under attack.
oh yeah, he's top network in the server. He's getting a load of money really quick.
It's like a bit of a fight might be brewing up here.
Double damage.
One factor
no.
is
Quicksilver.
oh, Quicksilver on the Terrorblade. That can be really nasty. Quicksilver on the Terrorblade means your metamorphosis gets instantly scarier. You know, you hit E, and now not only have you hit E and it instantly activates Quicksilver. And I miss a kill on Disruptor here, but
Your failure lives on.
immediately smoking. Rosh Ryders looking to just carry this on here.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
PA trying to hide the minimap. Just try hide all everybody's movements by covering up the minimap. Uh-oh. Well, PA does have friends up here though.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh my god.
Two-man Echo, PA and Bloodseeker both going down.
Radiant's middle
What we just witnessed right there was a real fat Echo Slam. Ooh,
I don't think he could have drawn that one better. Oh boy.
they're out for blood. They want
Yeah,
this
Magnus
Magnus.
is
They want to mount this man on their wall.
well, okay. My Earthshaker griefing. Still not gonna matter. Oh well, gets the guy with the Inkswell on. Goodbye.
Sad. Very sad.
They've been
This
doing
is
a good
turnaround
job.
we've been waiting for.
Even though Bloodseeker personally does
This,
counter most everybody on the team, well, very
this-
casual disruptor ult here.
This push might be a little ambitious, actually. They've got backdoor protection from no creeps being nearby, and all
Yeah,
of them
the
are about to
wave is-
respawn.
Wave is all the way back here. It is like going to be an hour till they get here. It is very interesting. They're playing very well around the Bloodseeker so far in these fights. They've been making sure that nobody is getting ruptured at a good time, basically, and they've been making sure, especially, that he gets knocked out before they're doing anything risky. Things started out great for Godlike Map. They haven't been quite so godlike since.
Yeah. It happens, you know, Bloodseeker skills up pretty early.
Right. Everybody pinging the guy. He must know we're talking about him.
Oh boy.
Think that happened on Vision actually. Maybe? No, I think he just got Spidey since there's only sentries here. Looking for more smoke here. Smoking into Roche. Don't see anybody. Dyer desperately. I think Dyer's really only going to accept finding one guy here.
Oh boy.
They're going to be more or less fine with the Magnus, so it seems.
Ooh, another big Echo
Oh,
Slam.
dear God.
Yep, Magnus echoing on his way out. The Grimstroke ult just actually getting both guys
Bloodseeker
killed.
goes down?
Yeah, Baladek did not want to go with Bloodseeker there, was tied to him, and they both went down as a result.
Both went opposite ways, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I feel like this was a fight where PA needed to be present. A lot of people got away with very minimal
Dyer's
HP
middle
or in kill
tower
range.
is under attack.
Does she have a TP? She does.
It's like we said at the beginning, you know, a worse draft on paper could have some very good execution, and I think the
Dyer's
decision
middle
so
tower has
far
fallen.
has been going well for them. Very notably, I I think one of the bigger things here, actually, genuinely, has been the Weaver getting involved with how the Weaver has been getting involved in these fights. Weaver is farming, quote unquote, like a pause 4, but he's fighting and playing like a pause 3, taking up a lot of time every single fight, making life as miserable as possible for the other side, basically. Giving giving Centaur and Earthshaker and Terrorblade plenty of room to come in and get anything they want done, basically.
Right.
Dire must be frustrated coming in looking for, you know, a kill turnaround here, but no such luck. Now, just to make this all worse, really, Rosh Ryders, for the most part, have not been fighting alongside Terrorblade, like at all.
Yep.
He's had so much time to farm interrupt that he just picked up a butterfly.
Yeah,
Oh, he is ruptured here. Centaur ult largely just to counter it in, but
Oh my. Okay.
two big moves there. Magnus does charge the rupture out, completely annihilates Terrorblade,
It
but a
did not
big
play
Echo's-
out in Lanaya's favor. That was an entirely one-sided procession.
Yep, they
They're
did
sticking
knock
around.
out.
They need to run.
They completely knock out the Terrorblade there, but it ended up with disaster for their team.
Triple kill for the ES.
Man, I wasn't expecting it, but we have one hell of a redemption arc happening. Ryding's getting
Seems that
lots
way,
of work.
Yep. The biggest notable thing here, they are having so much trouble playing around Earthshaker. They really do not have an answer to him on the table right now.
Dire are scanning.
Just seems like the more time goes on, the more damage Earthshaker is doing in these fights.
Yep.
Bloodseeker is the only guy Bloodseeker doesn't really counter to any significant degree. PA can't really deal with it. Magnus has a hard time dealing with it. You got some very good Grimstroke ults too. Though the Radiant has really nothing at all to go with the Grimstroke ult, Dire have been, you know, being forced to stick together like that. Not great.
There is an RP in play. Oh boy.
One-man RP here. Just gets Terrorblade immediately responded to by the Centaur. Fear Bomb comes in. Radiant running away. Another rupture on the Terrorblade there. Dire officially getting Roche, though Earthshaker actually snatched an Aegis there.
Oh my god, a triple kill for Moon.
Yep, Terrorblade just eating
Eviscerates
everybody,
everyone.
though does actually go down to the Dark Willow, who themselves actually follows. Disruptor just caught outside of everything, just going down. We have a godlike streak up here.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Healy's went from 0-4 to 9-4. Man, this is
Sure did.
Healy's went from that Void game, game 1, to being really the linchpin of everything Rosh Ryders has going for them right now. If Rosh Ryders wins this game, it's going to be.
It feels like he's much more in his element with this hero and playstyle.
Right. If Rosh Ryders wins this game, it's going to be for two reasons. It's going to be for that Weaver, and it's going to be for that Earthshaker. That Centaur, not doing bad. I think Centaur's had some very good.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay.
It's a Centaur out there.
It's gonna take a lot of damage from all this. Got Blade Mail up, but it's only gonna delay the inevitable.
Healy's has to stop. He wants to keep fighting here, though.
Oh, he doesn't care. He wants Bloods, and he's gonna get Bloodseeker.
Though he will
Yeah.
immediately die for it and give a
Brutal
godlike to
crit.
PA. Uh-oh.
Brutal, brutal crit.
PA gets a triple. It says death at her hands is an honor. This is a bloody one. Almost 1 kill a minute for both teams.
Yep. Get him. Oh,
Everybody's secretly hoping that's a real Terrorblade.
yeah.
She took the evasion trait. Ugh. That could either be real good or real bad. We're gonna find out quickly.
Notably, Terrorblade does not have MKB and is not going that direction, so he's not going to be able to really right-click her during fights.
You can't afford to really get it typically,
Yeah,
but
never mind.
I'd still say that, well, MKB is a little too ambitious in some cases for Terrorblade as far as item build requirement goes. I still say Mjolnir is one of his better options down the line.
Right.
Not nearly as reliable, but between you and me, that 25% chance is good enough in a handful of cases.
PA herself, funnily enough, actually getting the MKB for Terrorblade. So the
Yeah.
reverse is true.
You know, considering PA's right-click is getting a little scary now, she's got a pretty decently high amount of farm and levels, it would be very prudent for Grimstroke to consider building a Ghost Scepter into E-Blade.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. They have a lot of magic damage on that lineup, and while it would potentially screw over Terrorblade a little bit, he's really the only guy who can't do anything to an E-bladed opponent, so it would not be bad this game, but man, that's going to be a lot of money for a Pos 5, unfortunately.
Indeed.
Having the Ghost Scepter at least wouldn't be too bad. He's actually moving for his own Solar Crest here. They're actually gonna, if Weaver finishes his, they're actually gonna have 2 on the lineup. Weaver going for the
they see
Vessel.
Centaur.
Oh, they are really wanting to make something happen here, though. Rosh Ryders is not going to position themselves.
Are they going to settle for Earthshaker?
Nope. Hey, at this point, it's hard to say it's settling for the guy. He did just get a 9-kill streak. Actually, 10-kill streak.
Yep.
Not that he's a bad target
Oh,
necessarily.
no,
just rather
didn't
dangerous
actually
one.
lead with the ult. I think Bloodseeker's a little skittish on dropping that carelessly now.
Oh, my
One man
oh,
Echo Slam
no.
on PA. Just getting...
He jumps out of the range of it! He's free! Oh, but he's being hounded hard. Oh, no! Oh, no, dude!
You have the Weaver's Ags up now. Just use that to pop Healy's out of the out of it. He's coming back in. He's full now. Centaur ulting right before he dies.
The hell out of Magnus.
Magnus eliminated. Earthshaker still moving. Everybody seems to be invis over here though, so he can't get anything done. Oh, Bloodseeker actually revealed himself there, but he is so fast right now. Oh man!
Oh, the damage! The stun is perfectly timed, but it's not enough.
Disruptor just got completely
Willow's
disrupted,
next.
and here's Terrorblade.
Terrorblade is allowed to walk in, hit his E, just start slaying.
Yep, he didn't even, he actually metamorphosed earlier there in the fight. pvcpipe actually goes out looking for the Bloodseeker, just gets eliminated. Terrorblade's farm is ungodly, dude. Look at all this stuff.
It's very good, yes.
It's like I've said, heroes like Terrorblade that can flash farm and snowball farm-wise are the biggest threat on the team. You cannot let them continue to farm. You can't even let them get to the mid-game level of farm, because at that point, they've secured their ability to get said farm. It's... Once that ball gets rolling, there's not a lot you can do to stop it. And a deny of someone's... The rest of someone's Silver Edge, that is really bad.
Bloodseeker just lost both his Crystallis and his recipe for the Silver Edge there for 3 minutes. That's very unfortunate for him.
That could be crucial. That could be game-changing a little bit if they decide to make us a push effort here before it respawns.
There are a lot of folks who are looking fairly aggressively towards that side of the map, though.
Ooh, Titan Sliver over on the dire side.
The Terrorblade in a little deep here. It's just going to casually get out before anything is done. I don't think anyone really wants to run the risk of jumping Terrorblade.
Right. It is quite a daunting task. I mean, what do you do to a guy that has Satanic and Sunder and can purge off any silence?
Well,
Not to mention turn your biggest, fattest right clicker against herself.
you fear him. There you go.
I guess.
A bit of a odd smoke here at top. It was right in vision. They had people watching too. Are they really going to go in for this? There's no way they didn't see that smoke.
That was
What?
bait.
Yep.
Well, it was BKB'd too. Oh, they caught Terrorblade right out of position. He's feared. He's gonna swap. He's got no hope.
Yep, the
That's a
big
good
swap.
Oh, good.
God.
Oh,
Alright.
Big
that was
swap.
beautiful. I moved to tears. That was beautiful.
That was basically the. They're walking away 10 seconds before Rosh is up. That was basically the perfect Sunder. It's really, really a sign at this point that Terrorblade is getting very unkillable very quickly.
Are they going to be able to take that tower in time? They've still got buybacks, and they're not far from respawn either. And
Oh,
Bloodseeker's
goodbye.
completely out of position. What are you doing over there, man?
Well, Bloodseeker was invis, but he got
Yeah.
he got unexpectedly shown up. They're not buying for this. They do not care if this Rex goes down. It seems Bloodseeker does. at
Bloodseeker
least.
cares. Disruptors
Yeah.
aren't going to be far behind him.
Dire's
They need to be
middle
careful.
has fallen.
Here he comes.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Nope.
Dire's middle barracks.
He's just gonna
Close up
zoom
the
around
others.
here and
Dire's middle barracks.
just takes the Rex without a fight.
Yep.
This is really starting to run away from the from Lanaya Del Rey as fast as humanly possible.
Yep.
The gold advantage now 18k. So much of that is on the wrongest possible guy for it to be. You do not want to see a Terrorblade this farmed, this much more farmed than anything you've got. You know.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna get a Swift Blink in as his last item here as well, just to make it a
Rather
little
deadly,
worse.
It only makes sense.
Centaur Warrunner got a heart in that last encounter.
Finally.
He's going to be more or less impossible to kill now. He does
How
not
is
have any
Earthshaker looking?
does not have any auras to spread the love, but he personally is going to be very difficult.
He's going for Shivas. I like it. He's also got that blast rig. Man, this is a dirty setup.
Rosh
Fear him or
Ryders.
focus him, and you're gonna get hit with that Echo
We're
Slam.
looking at this.
Rosh
Oh my god.
Ryders.
Oh!
Here we go.
Come on, hit it!
Immediately, just completely wiped Disruptor out of the face of the
He
earth.
didn't even Echo Slam. He's saving it,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
showing a bit of temperance with it.
Yep.
Oh!
Just
Oh my
bringing
God.
the heat right on top
Fly
of the.
swatted.
Yep. Bring the heat right on top of Slizzy there.
Penta Edge Sword. You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting on a lot of these guys. Honestly, I would have taken it
I
on
think
Terror.
that's it. I'm gonna be real here. That item alone, I think that's it.
I don't think anybody has it though.
You're
Nobody.
kidding.
Nobody even
Is it?
picked
It's
up.
just sitting there. What? No fucking way. No fuck.
They picked it up. They picked it up.
Uh,
Got an Ag Shard there.
Okay, I'm just
Sure,
gonna down the
okay.
whole bottle.
I think Weaver took it there.
wow.
Earthshaker already had his for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently did not elect to take his own.
It's fair. It's not very good.
Radiant
We're getting
Okay, well,
we're getting pulled off the air because we said the F word twice in one match.
I apologize, but man, that is my one pet peeve, and it was perpetrated by their biggest hope. That item, if they lose in this fight by a slim margin of damage, I can safely assure you it's because they didn't pick up that Penta Edge.
They did pick the Penta Edge up. It's just sitting in their stash though.
Poke up high ground here.
I like the last second blink just to ruin the
Yeah.
stun.
is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's middle barracks.
Yep. They are absolutely terrified to do anything with Earthshaker watching them at this point, and it's not hard to see why. RP
Ooh.
gets the Terrorblade.
RP. Oh, the shackle's out. The soul shackle's out.
I didn't see who got ruptured there. It wasn't Terrorblade himself.
He's down. His team can afford to be sitting back here. They need to go in. They need to do something.
No, he just blinks right out actually, immediately the second he gets killed. Magnus actually missing the goodbye PA, just completely eviscerated by Earthshaker there. Immediately buys back as well.
These racks are gonna melt before they can even mount a they're already gone.
Yep.
Oh.
Earthshaker wants blood.
Magnus is
no,
getting
PvP.
completely
Oh,
destroyed there, and that's the dieback for PA, and that's the GG.
That's it, yeah.
The Rosh Ryders, man, it's every week forever.
1-1.
Radiant victory.
On one hand, I think LDR showed some major strengths in their first victory in this set, right? They showed some very good things that are really helping them out because, like some of the other teams in this tournament, LDR right now rebuilding, right? You look at Lich, Lich is rebuilding. You look at LDR, LDR is rebuilding, for sure. So, in the first match, they showed some strengths. In the second match, I think they showed a few weaknesses. I think the biggest thing there, I will say, I feel like the coordination with the Bloodseeker did not really come to fruition. Even though the Bloodseeker pick was great in theory, I feel like in practice, a lot of the times, it's just, Bloodseeker ruptured, and then Magnus would skewer somebody else, and then the Fear Bomb would go off like 20 seconds later, you know? The pieces coming together for that, the big, guaranteed kill to rupture, which I think they were kind of building around, really never worked out for them, unfortunately.
Oh.
The lack of any real focus on armor there meant that Centaur Warrunner was virtually unkillable. Nobody could out-tank him, certainly, and nobody could get around his tank. I think the idea with the Quicksilver Edge on the Bloodseeker might have been to try and be able to have something for Centaur, but, what it ended up being was every fight you would have, a lot of return damage out the Centaur and not much done to him. You pretty much had a Stampede every single team fight.
Yep.
And he actually had the luxury, because of the generally low damage on LDR, of not going for auras, of just simply sticking with self-sustain there. And,
yeah. I'd like to point out, if I may, that Earthshaker, pretty big departure from the last match, gotta say. Very, very much stepped up to play.
Yeah.
It was very in the zone. Paid it back. And Terrorblade, on that note, definitely, I have to say, this man showed a lot of temperance, an excessive amount of patience with just focusing on farm, letting team fights play out how they had to in order for him to get the farm he needed. He turned around and he started walking over that team. Yeah,
if Moon wasn't such a good Pause 2, I think he would definitely be a good Pause 1 for their lineup. It's very interesting. Earthshaker started off this match 0-4 and ended at 15-5. What a turnaround! He only really had one funny troll. He only barricaded his team off one single time with Fissure.
Wow, that's true.
But even that one specific case didn't matter. I do think that there might have been, it didn't really feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, it didn't really feel like Bolodek, was super used to the Magnus play. I noticed he's got his little level down there. It is just 2, which that doesn't mean much, don't get me wrong, but it is a hint towards, I don't know if he was all about Magnus. I think Magnus is a hero where you do need to have, it is a hero I would not, even in an LD2L scenario, I wouldn't just kind of stick on somebody, just give that guy some time on the field with Magnus if you want to run with him there. I do think he shows promise with it, but he felt uncomfortable, he was not, did not feel comfortable playing Magnus in that role, I think. That was It's probably the other issue for LDR. I think Hollywood on the support Weaver actually. I really like how Hollywood ran it. You know, I was supposed to flame and BM and DM him all day today because he missed out on our pre-show panel, and then he missed out on our post-show interview, and then he posted spoilers in League Chat. But no, I really have no complaints with this Weaver gameplay. I think for that support Weaver, I do think he did really well for himself. Just made himself a menace for the enemy team. Always seemed to be teeing up something for somebody else to be doing. You know, it was very well played on his part.
Right.
Anything else to say about this one?
Nothing in particular for me.
I have one thing.
All right.
Please, for all that is holy, do not ever, ever leave your jungle items on the floor. The number of games I personally have been brought to defeat by a jungle item that should have been an R stash, given to the enemy team inadvertently. The number of games I've lost, have seen lost because of that, is heartbreakingly common. Do not make that mistake. Pick them up at all costs.
Well, there's a nice little PSA for you. Luckily, as we mentioned, it didn't happen this time. You know, they did get it in the end, but there was a bit of a sweat moment there. So with that,
If PA had gotten something like that, that would have been bad.
yeah. Now, this is usually where we do the as we always say bit, but just like with the last game, you know, hey Randy,
Hey.
let's say theoretically I asked you the same question as I did last week. You know, what would I be doing if it was Saturday, the day this was being uploaded, at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I was interested in this league in some way, right? Let's say hypothetically, you knew what was happening at that point, and you're going to answer me now.
Great question. What would you do? No, just kidding. There's a cool pre-show panel we're doing
Who's going to be there?
with a ryding guest.
Who's he?
And, he's a captain in this very league.
We also are going to have Ocelot, who
Backdoor Boys captain.
Ocelot, who unfortunately was attending to a hangnail in the last pre-show, and we're also, and we forgot to mention this last time, we're going to have a super special, crazy secret guest. One of the other captains of this league, not Rada, he is a captain, but not that one. One of the captains of the league is going to be there. He's going to be speaking his piece, and this is a guy who's got a lot of history with this league, a guy who knows what he's talking about with this league, I think. So you don't want to miss out on that.
It'll be great.
So, as we always say, if you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 on the casual or more competitive level, or you want to learn to throw chronospheres like our homeboy Healy's here, who is going to get dunked on every single cast, because that's just his job in this league. You know, everybody dunks on Healy's, right?
Yeah.
If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. There's a nice Discord server there. You can sign up. You can meet us. Haven't you ever wanted to talk to Randy?
Yeah, dude.
I know I've wanted to talk to Randy. In fact, I'm talking to Randy right now. As a matter of fact, it is not related to me being in the LD2L Discord server, though I am there. It's too late to sign up for this season. We're halfway through. But you can sign in as a stand-in. Stand-ins are always in demand here, it seems like, as you can see from the fact that LDR had another one this session. And, of course, there's always time to sign up for the next season. And there's other fun tournaments going on right now as well to check out in that sort of LD2L sphere. So, until next time, I don't know what we're going to be looking at next time. I think it's going to be... Panic and Radiant Straits, maybe? Is that a match this week? Let's find out. I guess we'll decide right now, live here on air. That means I'm also going to be saying G. Yep, it is Panic. It's Panic at Backdoor Boys. I think we've already seen that. Have we not?
No.
Oh, maybe I'm losing my mind then. Panic and the Backdoor Boys next time. Now, as traditional, say goodbye, Randy.
Goodbye.
Don't say goodbye, Ocelot, whatever you do.
I'm here. I'll always be here.
You're right, me too. This video will never end. Except right now.